What's your next step with God, and what's standing in your way, if anything, from taking it? What's your next step with God, and what's standing in your way of taking it? Discuss that amongst your groups. We should view every step that God challenges us to take as an opportunity to work with Him. Just like you would be excited to take your dream job, that would be a huge opportunity. Well, the God of the universe is offering you an opportunity to work with Him. We have to take steps in that direction, but it does take sacrifice. There are things that we have to give up to take those opportunities. 2 Samuel chapter 24, David is about to make a sacrifice to God, and he's on this guy's land, and this guy's offering to give him the materials that he would need to build the altar and make the sacrifice. And David replies with this really famous line, and he says, "No, I insist on paying you for it. I will not sacrifice to the Lord my God burnt offerings that cost me nothing." Taking steps towards God and being obedient to Him takes sacrifice on our part. We have to sacrifice our plans, our will, our money, our comfort to pursue His plans, His will, and not our own. So the second question is, what's something you would have trouble sacrificing if God asked you to do so? What's something you would have trouble sacrificing if God asked you to do so? You see, in Chi Alpha, we have a saying, we live missions. That missions is not just something we do for a week or a weekend or something that we do on a far off place, but it's something that we do every day and wherever we are. And there are 4 areas where we can live out missions daily, and that's going, giving, praying, and welcoming. We challenge every student to go on a short-term mission trip and consider giving a lifetime in foreign missions. And we also ask students to give sacrificially to missionaries and missions endeavors. We also ask students to pray for missions and pray for the world, pray for a specific country, pray for specific missionaries. And we also ask students to welcome international students and to be intentional to build relationships with international students. But to do all that, it takes sacrifice. We have to give up some of our money to support a missionary. We have to give up some of our time to go on a mission trip, or give up some of our time to pray for missions, or give up some of our time to be intentional to form friendships with international students. It takes sacrifice. In Matthew 16:24, Jesus said to His disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me." Now, you hear often people say, well, that's just my cross to bear, or I've got to deal with this thing. It's my cross to bear. Well, the cross means one thing and one thing only. It means execution. So when Jesus says, take up your cross and follow me, it means follow me to execution. It does not mean some kind of burden that you have to carry. It means lay down your life so you can take up a new life with me. And so that means sacrificing your plans, your will, your everything for Him. Paul says in Romans 12:1, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is true and proper worship." So what that means is that whenever God tells us to do something, we no longer have a say, because we're dead. We died. We executed our will, our plans on the cross. we took up our cross and followed him. So I want to challenge you today to give your plans up and follow Jesus's, whatever they may be. And it might be something similar to what you already had planned, but give him the opportunity to say yes or no to those plans. Last question for you guys to discuss tonight is, if God asked you to give up all your plans and become a foreign missionary, what would be your hesitations? If God asked you to give up all your plans and become a foreign missionary, what would be your hesitations?